My name is Samuel James Price, and I do a show every single day, the Crypto Lifer Show. And I come out all the time. We do live trading, speculative trading, talk about ideas, go over investments, and more. And with that being said, U.S. doesn't need more digital currency because it has the dollar, says SEC's Gensler. Gensler's comments follow landmark suits filed this week against crypto exchanges Binance and Coinbase. U.S. doesn't need any more digital currency, said the SEC Securities and Exchange Commission chief Gary Gensler, as his agency sues Binance and Coinbase for operating unregistered securities exchanges. In an interview with CNBC on Tuesday, Gensler denied claims his approach was muddying the legal position around crypto, and also suggests there was parallels between his case against Binance chief executive officer Chen Zhao and the criminal case against FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried. We don't need more digital currency. We already have digital currency. It's called the U.S. dollar, he said. We have not seen, and it's funny he's calling the U.S. dollar a digital currency because it is a number. They don't have the dollars, right? We have not seen over centuries that economies and the public need more than one way to move value. The SEC sued Binance on Monday and Coinbase on Tuesday, offering services such as brokerage and clearing on allegedly regulated securities. Gensler will seek to prove that thousands of tokens tradable on two of the biggest crypto venture resemble investment contracts that should have been registered with his agency. Rather than mere means of payment, all we have to do is show that one of them is a security and they should be properly registered, he said. There's been clarity for years about the nature of securities law and added, brushing off concerns that crypto firms have been left facing uncertain enforcement. These intermediaries need to come into compliance. Gensler said that Binance affiliate Sigma Chain boosted the volumes and corrupted the numbers because of the lack of controls, adding that the public can draw the parallels as you wish with the case of Sam Bankman-Fried, who is currently awaiting trials for charge fraud. The SEC suit does not allege fraud by Zhao, but asks for civil penalties alongside a permanent ban on him acting as an officer or directing of any securities issuer. Now remember, their reach isn't too far, as Binance is not a U.S. company. I believe they're based in Malta. And they're also, if you can see recently, Binance is making big deals and connections with some of the biggest world economies in the zone. So it's like Binance doesn't really care. You know what I mean? They'll pay a fine if they have to, or they're just going to stop doing business here in the United States. Like, all they're doing is scaring off innovation. That's what everyone keeps saying, and I don't think they realize it. What they see as the hegemony of the dollar is getting crushed, right? We got BRICS, we got Russia wanting to do trade deals in oil. We have the yuan coming in as an oil trade deal. And this is like, if we lose this stance and then everyone will start using cryptocurrency, they're trying to hold on to as much of the piece of the pie for the dollar as possible. And it's looking very desperate. You can obviously see that there's something going on here. And however, he's the fall man. How are they making him do this? We don't know. Maybe they have dirt on him on the back end and someone is holding it against him. Like, you never know if these people are being blackmailed to do this type of stuff. Because it seems like he must be going through a lot of stress just to do this. And it looks like he's being coerced by someone on the back end. So when you think about it logically, there's something else going on here that's kind of, it's got me pretty up in arms. It's pretty interesting. There's more to the story, really, and you can see it clearly. Once someone starts kind of getting, like, pointing fingers at every single thing, like, how many cases can you just keep coming out with? And we know that not all cryptocurrencies are securities. When you can mine a cryptocurrency, it becomes a utility. When you can use it for DeFi, and you can use it, it becomes a utility. When it actually becomes a voting mechanism, it becomes a utility. There's so many different ways to use cryptocurrency as a utility, and a utility, we know, is not a security. A security and utilities aren't the same. So there needs to be firmer regulation, and they refuse to do that. They keep using this 1934 Securities Act and saying, pigeonhole these cryptocurrencies into these. It's almost like a rhombus is a square, but a square is not a rhombus. Like, you could say it's a square at one point, but it's not its definition. This is an issue that we keep seeing over and over again. And until we have open discussion and we let everyone kind of get in on it and the people really have a say, and he keeps saying that they're representing the people, but it's kind of sad because it doesn't look like that's the case, right? SEC sues Coinbase on unregistered securities exchange allegations. The suit comes a day after the SEC sued Binance, all right? The U.S. Securities Exchange Commission sued the U.S. cryptocurrency Coinbase on alleged violating federal securities law a day after filing a similar suit against Binance. They're going after the two biggest names in cryptocurrency. They're going after cryptocurrency, as clear as day. According to the SEC, Coinbase is operated as an unregistered broker and exchange. We already talked about this on the live too, and I even had the actual filing here where we kind of went over it, talked about the violations. It's a 100-page document. If you want to sit and read the whole thing, you may. But for the most part, they're just trying to say that, and they started naming cryptocurrencies too, which is interesting. Wouldn't they go after the cryptocurrencies themselves? So they haven't gone after these cryptocurrencies, but they're claiming that they're going after the exchange. To me, it's like splitting hairs here. Like, which is it? What do you want to do? And why are you so vicious against these exchanges? Coinbase allegedly fails deprived investors of critical protections, including rule books that prevent fraud and manipulation. And again, if you care about us, then let's have open discussion. If you care about us, then honestly, the head of the SEC should be voted into office by the people. These too many government officials are appointed. And what happens when someone gets appointed is they run the government, but they were never voted into office. So you have these people that were never voted into office that are making our lives difficult. And it's kind of sad because it's like they never got the stamp of approval from the people. The people never put these people into office. You know what I mean? It's pretty vicious if you think about it, and it's strange. And it makes me wonder, like, where we're going. And that's how totalitarian governments get formed, when you put people into office that the people don't vote for. And eventually, what's the difference between, a communist regime and what's happening here? I mean, to me, I don't see a difference. Like, we are going to tell you what you're going to do, and that's it. We don't care who you voted in. We don't care who represents you. We don't care about Congress. We don't care about the Senate. We're going to do whatever we do, and we're going to shove it down your throat. I find it really, really strange, and that's not what America was made on. It just wasn't. So, a bit weird to me, it just is what it is here, right? Binance sees $700 million in Ethereum outflows amid SEC charges, highest since March crypto crisis. The world's largest crypto exchange, Binance, saw outflows of more than $70 million on the Ethereum network alone on Monday, after news broke out the exchange is being sued by the U.S. Securities Commission. The news outflows was shared by on-chain analyst platform Nansen on Twitter on Tuesday, with the tweet noting that the net flows, even in the past hour, continues to be negative. According to Nansen's data, the 24-hour net outflow from Binance on the Ethereum network and ERC20 tokens and stablecoins now stands at $778 million. So they definitely took a bite out of Binance's business, right? People started to take their funds off of the exchange. And again, the silver lining in this is we should be our own banks, and we should all have our own money on exchanges. We should be trading peer-to-peer with like some type of inter-wallet connectability. That's really where I want to see cryptocurrency go. You should be able to make trades from wallet to wallet. You should be able to hit the exchange, and that should be the kind of the way you go about it. So I like this in a way because it tells people put your money on a hardware wallet. Stop waiting for exchanges to hold your funds. And, and so it's a win in a way for the cryptocurrency industry because it still pushes people to be their own bank, which was the whole point in the first place. However, centralized exchanges do hold a value in our commerce, and it does help people. So this is something that's interesting. And there's a dichotomy here that we could both discuss and break down. But at the end of the day, they did what they had to do. If they never came out with that lawsuit, if Jim Cramer never made those tweets, and again, as people want to help people, that's putting a lot of fear into people's minds. So Jim Cramer is a fearmonger as far as I'm concerned. And people that use fear to get their point across usually are filled with fear themselves, or they're on some type of negative frequency vibe. Doesn't usually pan out well for even that person. So may God bless them all, but a bit strange to me. And that's the news for the day. It's kind of sad. We're getting hit hard from every single angle. But again, I have most of my money on Bitcoin in a centralized exchange. I'm good to go. So there you have it. And there we kind of break it down, right?